Science that can't be questioned is propaganda.
When we took an oath in medicine to first do no harm, where did that go?
Ryan Cole, a pathologist with expertise in virology and immunology. He believes that the harms of the COVID vaccines are significant and downplayed.
It's crazy to think that people that aren't doctors, aren't scientists, were pushing something that never worked.
This is not about freedom or personal choice.
And there were billions spread around and shared amongst each other. And now we have millions of people around the world that carry permanent harm for the rest of their lives, who are now paralyzed, who now have neurodegenerative disease, who now have severe autoimmune diseases. People historically have this confidence in the concept of, oh, it's just a vaccine. Well, no, it's not. And then they want to mandate these on people. Well, we have this new technology, everybody needs to get it.
Getting everyone vaccinated.
It's very likely that the mRNA vaccines accelerate coronary artery disease. Now, as a cardiologist, that's really, really bad. Because what we've done is we have introduced into the population another risk factor for heart disease and heart attacks. That means we will see an increased prevalence of heart attacks and sudden cardiac death going on for years. And that's my biggest fear.
This paper by Bowmeyer shows the spike protein staining in that salmon color is physically in the heart. We shouldn't have Wuhan spike protein in young boys hospitalized in Germany with myocarditis. As we sit here today, there's over 3,000 papers in the peer-reviewed literature that describe COVID-19 vaccine injuries, disabilities, and deaths.
Peter McCullough is a widely published cardiologist whose extensive knowledge and expertise have established him as a leading authority in the field of cardiology.
Prior to the pandemic, I had focused on the interface between heart and kidney disease, and in that domain, I was the most published person in the world in history and remain to that day. I've given grand rounds in every major institution in the United States, published extensively across all the major journals. I was the editor of 2 major journals.
Peter McCullough believes observational and case studies suggest a possible link between the vaccine and serious conditions.
Encephalitis, seizures, and then dangerous intracranial hemorrhages and strokes. Now, outside in the peripheral nervous system, papers have been written demonstrating the vaccines over time, particularly cumulative toxicity, cause a small fiber neuropathy. And they cause dysregulation of the sympathetic nervous system. We call this posterior orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS. The COVID-19 vaccines cause myocarditis. They cause heart damage.
Heart attack deaths have become more common across all age groups.
Experts call for much more research into health issues that have risen during and after the pandemic, taking into account the effects of COVID, vaccines, and lockdowns.
Sudden death among healthy working-age people worldwide is skyrocketing.
There has been an increased rise, a sharp rise in unexplained deaths during the pandemic, deaths that are not listed as COVID-related.
Cardiac arrest incidents are at the highest ever recorded in Victoria.
This situation that we're in, it was all predictable.
These experts deliver a clear message. The COVID vaccines, especially those using mRNA technology, should be stopped immediately. They also urge a much greater focus and allocation of resources to investigate all safety signals.
I think I'm uniquely qualified to speak on what's been going on for the last years. I actually have degrees in applied mathematics, immunology, computational biology, biochemistry, and molecular biology. These things need to stop being pushed and given today. Not one more shot should be delivered. It's the constant same message that's not true. I'm referring to primarily the safe and effective message still being put out today. These mRNA products specifically, those are the ones I know the most about, are neither. And so the main message is that the people who are injured, who haven't made the connection between, why they're injured and why they're suffering, I want to provide them, the most help. First of all, to know that they're not alone. If they're being gaslit even by their own doctor, there are people out there who are establishing protocols to help the vaccine injured.
The post-vaccination community is desperately seeking treatments and a supportive environment where they feel seen.
If there's anyone who's lost someone in their family to the jab, could they please stand up? Is anyone in this room who's been personally injured by the vaccine, could they please stand up? Please keep standing. If you know anyone who has been injured by the jab, please stand up.
Paul Marik is recognized as one of the world's top specialists in pulmonary and critical care. Having authored over 500 peer-reviewed publications, he is established as one of the most published physicians in his field.
Many diseases.
Paul Marik and his team are working on solutions for what he believes is a health catastrophe following mass vaccination.
They were never safe nor effective. They've harmed countless millions of people. It should never have happened, and it's a tragedy that it was allowed to happen. These so-called vaccines, I think, represent the worst of COVID and the worst of this deceit, dishonesty that we've seen. And I think we provide part of the answer to this terrible problem we're facing.
Experts critical of COVID vaccines point to biopsy findings, thousands of case reports, and large studies which they believe reveal real harm. Health authorities and much of the scientific community find the claims unconvincing and point to thousands of studies as evidence that the vaccines are well-researched and safe. They argue that safety monitoring and research indicate side effects are very rare, and they view case reports and biopsies as inconclusive for linking them to vaccination. The new FDA director is launching a national study into COVID-19 vaccine harms.
We have not gotten full elucidation of the risks of these mRNA vaccines. Hundreds of thousands of people have claimed that they've been vaccine injured. I take those concerns very seriously.
What is inside my arm? What's in my arm? What's in my arm, yo?
In this chapter, let's break down the science using 3D visuals to show how the mRNA vaccine works and explore its potential links to clotting and heart damage. But first, let's recognize that messenger RNA isn't just a man-made invention. In its natural form, it's a marvel within our bodies. Evolution has gifted life with the wonders of genetic coding, the blueprint of existence. In this grand symphony of life, messenger mRNA plays a vital part. The magnificent diversity of life stems from humble beginnings, evolving over billions of years to attain its marvelous complexity. The journey from primitive beings to complex creatures would not have been possible without the genetic blueprint called DNA and the related molecule RNA. DNA holds all the instructions to maintain the body. These instructions are then copied from DNA into smaller snippets called messenger RNA, which are the to-do list for each cell. So you can think of DNA as the blueprint, and mRNA is the project manager bringing plans to life.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade.
During the space race of the 1950s and 60s, genetics research saw rapid progress, including the discovery of messenger RNA in 1961. Today, scientists have figured out how to create a synthetic, modified version of mRNA in the lab that is engineered to last longer and evade immune detection. Our cells mistake this lab-made mRNA as their own, and our body starts to create proteins for therapeutics or vaccines.